seventh grade year, well, was it seventh grade year? No, it wasn't seventh grade year actually. Eighth grade year. It was the summertime. School was starting back up. No, it was not eighth grade year. Okay, ninth grade year. It was the summer. It was the summer of eighth grade year, so I was going to the ninth grade. Now, in middle school, like, I was cool, you know, sixth grade, seventh grade, and then eighth grade, all my friends turned on me. Like, I was a loner. Boys was bullying me. Like, it was bad out. That's another story time. You know, comment and tell me if y'all want to hear about that. But so that summer of the eighth grade year, I was going to a new school. It was only just going to be me and my best friend, which we didn't go to middle school together. She went to a different middle school, so this would be the first time me seeing her in years, but we had been best friends since third grade. So I'm thinking like, okay, I need to be popping. I need to just be, I don't know, like, I need to be, you know, I don't want nobody making fun of me. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, my confidence was like trash because it wasn't the girls that was making fun of me, it was the dudes. Like, I must have been just really ugly, I don't know. So I told my sister, like, oh, can you do a sew-in in my hair? Like, sew-ins was popping, ninth grade year, sew-ins was in. So she's like, yeah. So we're at my other sister's house. She's doing my sew-in. When I tell y'all, she was braiding, but she was braiding so tight that I was crying. Now, I am a crybaby. I'm not gonna, like, I'm a crybaby, yeah. But, and I'm tender-headed, yeah. But, like, no, it really hurt. But I was so pressed for this sew-in. Like, when she got done with the braiding pattern, she was like, you want me to take this out? Like, after I done sat here for a whole hour, no, I don't want you to take it out. Let's get the sewing process going. Let's get this stuff popping, right? So she sews in my hair. Like, my head is squeezed in so tight. Like, my head's small now, but just imagine, like, it was bad out, y'all. It was bad. So after I finished getting my hair done, I was happy. I was taking pictures with my little phone, with my little tiny little touch screen, you know what I'm saying? I was acting like my head wasn't hurting. I had to take some pills because my head was on something serious. So, like, the next 2 weeks, like, I had this sew in for like a long time. Next 2 weeks, my head was just like throbbing, like, whew, it was bad out. Okay, finally, I guess the braids started to loosen a bit, and I was good. You know what I'm saying? I was good. So about a month and a half passed by, and it's like the braids is loose. You know, my scalp is itchy. It's time to take this boy out. So I'm scratching, y'all. I'm scratching like this in my scalp. I'm just scratching, and I'm like,
what is this lump? What is this? What is this?
And I'm the type of person who likes to pick scabs. Okay, any scab on my body, I like to just pick it on. It's weird. I know it's nasty. I know it's disgusting, but I like to do it. I don't know. So I'm picking this scab in my sew-in, and then, like, I'm like smelling it, and I'm like, what is that? So you know how you like smell something, like, oh my goodness. So I'm digging back in there. I'm like picking this scab, and like this, I'm like, I need to take this out. So I start cutting the track, cutting everything to get the sewing out, y'all. So I gets the sewing out, and I am picking, like, I got the sewing out, the braids are still braided down. So I'm picking as I'm unraveling this braid, because it was just like one of those little big circles, except for I had like the front out, big circle with the front out. So I'm unraveling this braid, y'all, and I'm picking the scabs, and as I'm picking the scabs grew under my hair. So while I'm picking the scabs, my hair's coming out, like with the scab. It doesn't, surprisingly, it doesn't hurt, but it smells like death. Like my head smelled like somebody killed me. So I call my big sister. I got a lot of sisters. I call my big sister. Now she's the one who's been doing hair for the longest. She knows everything about hair. Like she is the hair, she's the hair everything. You know what I'm saying? So I call her up. I'm like, sis, I got this foul smell coming out my head. Like it smell like burnt turkey legs and dookie mixed in one. Like I'm like, my head is dead and my hair is falling out. I got these scabs in my head. She's like, Janae, just calm down, calm down. Tell mommy to bring you over my house. Y'all, I go over this woman's house, right? I had washed my hair because the smell was so bad. Like it smelled like I don't know, like it really smelled bad. Like I wonder, like when I had my sewing in, if anybody like smelled my hair or something like that. Like because I couldn't smell it. Maybe because I had the sewing in, and once I like took it out, that's when you could just smell. Like it just smelled like dirt, just dirty, just trifling. That's what it smelled like. Like if y'all know what that smelled like, that's how my hair was smelling. Okay, so I go to my sister's house and she's like, she was like my sister's been doing hair since she was like 13 years old, legit. She's like 30 now, so she's like out of what, 15 years of me doing hair. I've never seen this in my life, Janae. I'm like, oh. And the middle of my head, like the middle of my head had these big dreads growing out of my head. Like it's not even funny. When I washed my hair, like, and it was so sensitive inside of there, like she could not comb it through. Like it hurt so bad. She was like, Janae, you're gonna have to go to the doctors, because she washed my hair like 4 or 5 times, conditioned it, did everything, and yeah, no. She was like, you're gonna have to go to the doctors, urgent care or something. We went to urgent care. I had to take what did I have to take? I had to take antibiotics for 10 days straight because of this. So I ended up getting my hair, I ended up buying a wig. I think I had to wear wigs, and wigs was not in back then, like, so I had to like play it off like it was a sew-in, which was pretty embarrassing, but my hair fell out. So anyway, once my hair started growing back, you know, in those little bald, like in the bald spot parts, because when them scabs came off, like those was bald spots, like there was no hair there, you know what I'm saying? So after that, what happened? Was it my sophomore year? It was my sophomore year. I ended up going to my sister, back to my other sister that did that really tight sew-in, and I was like, hey, you know, could you do my hair again? Well, before that, like when we would talk to her about it, like she'll get super mad, like, I didn't mean to do it, you know, flipping out, because, you know. So anyway, I ended up asking her to do my hair again. Now I was young, y'all. I was young, and I wanted my hair to be played and slayed. So we ended up going to the hair store. This was back in the hair store days, where you get your weave from the hair store. And there was like this wavy, what was it, not body wave, it was some wavy hair that was cheap. My mom was broke and I didn't have a job at the time. I think I was like 15, not 16, because when I turned 16, 14, 15, somewhere, I don't know, it doesn't matter. Anyway, so we put this hair in my head, and sorry y'all, my wig kind of shifted a little bit. Hold on. This is what I'm talking about. Whatever. We ain't got time for this today. So we put the weave in my hair, and it was like out to here. Like it was out to here. Like I got what, like 3 bundles of this, and it was just like out to here. Like it was like humongous. Like the hair felt so soft and so cute at first, but then it was just like huge. Like I'm like, I can't wear this. I can't look like this. Like school was starting in a couple days. I can't do this. So I had to wear my hair in a bun, and my mom was like, okay, next week when I get paid, we can go get you some better hair. We're gonna get you some good stuff, okay? I'm like, okay, cool. So since my sister had did my sew-in for that, I figured like, okay, well, you know, I'll just go back to her so she doesn't have to like take out the braids. She'll just have to sew it in. Anyway, I get the hair, I go back to her. She ended up taking the braids out, redoing the braids, and like sewing the hair in. And it was, you know, when you first get your hair in, it's always tight. It wasn't as tight as way back, but when I ended up taking the sew-in out, boom, the same thing happened to me. Like, I had these scabs, I had these bald spots. It was bad. So I called my big sister, and this time she's like pissed off because she's like, Janae, like, and then she was like, I'm not more mad at you, because at this time I was just getting into learning how to do hair. So she's like, I'm not really mad at you, I'm mad at, you know, my other sister, because she's like, you can't, when you take a sew-in out, you can't throw a sew-in back, like another sew-in in the next day. You gotta let your hair breathe, you know what I'm saying? And she was, you know, basically explaining that to me. But after that, y'all, I got my hair cut off. I was like, I'm not gonna do this. I sent a picture of how I wanted my hair. It was like one of those Rihanna hairstyles to my sister. And after my bald spots grew back in, yep, got it all shaved off, got it all cut off. That was my horror story. It was bad out, y'all. It was real bad out for me. But yeah. Oh, I don't know if I should add this. No, I got something for y'all August 15th, so be ready. Bye, guys.